This piece has 32 measures and 4/4 signature, which means 4 counts in each measure. Today you will learn about the phrase. A phrase is a musical idea or thought. A phrase is often shown in the music with a slur. Remember slur? The sign that tells you to play legato or connected. Slur is also called a phrase mark. Think of a phrase as a musical sentence, and each note in the phrase is a word. When we speak a sentence, our voice rises and falls with expression. In the music, it's going to happen the same. When you play, you cannot play every note on the same volume. That's why we call it phrasing a piece or phrasing the music. You're going to learn how to phrase your music in order to play with more expression. In this piece, each line of music will have a big slur or phrase mark. That's gonna be a phrase in your piece. To shape each piece, you will need to think of a bubble of sound. A bubble of sound would have the most sound in the middle of the bubble, so you need to play softer at the beginning and at the end most of the times, and louder in the middle. And for that, you can use your crescendo and diminuendo signs. See how in this piece, in most of the phrases, you have crescendo and diminuendo. That way you are shaping your phrase. There will be some lines like measure 9, 10, 11, and 12 that you only have crescendo and you end playing mezzo forte. Also in measure 26, 27, 28, you end the phrase mezzo forte. But most of the time, if you see, you will have crescendo at the beginning of the phrase and diminuendo at the end of the phrase. Pay attention also to all the dynamics. You have mezzo piano, you have piano, forte, mezzo forte. Also at the end it says ritardando and diminuendo, which means you will play softer and gradually slower. You're going to start playing with your right hand finger 3 on middle E and with left hand finger 3 on bass E. On measure 16, it says move higher, which means your right hand is going to move with finger 3 to the next E, treble E. And you're going to stay there until you get to measure 24, because on measure 25, you need to move your finger 2 to middle D. Pay attention to the tight notes and also pay attention to the half rests. We're going to play and count start mezzo piano. Remember that you will play hands separate first. Master right hand, then left hand, then put hands together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and crescendo. Diminuendo. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Crescendo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and diminuendo. Piano. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 1 and 2 and piano. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Crescendo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and forte. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Retardando and diminuendo. 4 and. Pay attention to the measures that are before measure 12 and measure 28. Because your left hand finger 1 will be holding on G. So when you get to measure 12, you need to lift your finger from G because you have a half rest on measure 12. And then right hand plays. And lift because you have another half rest on the right hand. And let me do only left hand from measure 9, and you see how I need to lift my finger on measure 12. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and hold 1, 2, and 3, 4, and holding 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Lift, and lift also your right hand. Same thing will be on measure 25, 26, 27, and 28.